Welcome back to First Edition. It's 6:12 on the clock in our studios. Tomorrow is the deadline to file your protest over your property tax appraisal. Please welcome Ronnie Canales. He's the Chief Appraiser for Nueces County, joining us live. Ronnie, it's always a pleasure visiting with you. You're always so open and transparent, and you're willing to visit with us.
Sure.
This is the time of year, very busy for you.
It is for our staff.
I was going to say, tomorrow is the deadline to file this protest.
Yes, it is. We expect people to continue to come in. They've been coming in to protest their property or to get information on their property, to make sure they have their exemptions on their properties. Exemptions are your homestead, you're over 65, disabled person, disabled veteran, etc. Those are things that are key to your evaluation as well.
I know the state in the 88th legislative session gave us some cuts, some breaks. Did that help at all with anybody here? I mean, I noticed a decline in my property taxes from that, but I noticed overall I'm up from 2019, about 46% where I live.
Right. Well, what's going on here is the state did pass a bill, and that bill was strictly for school districts, and that was your homestead exemption. It increased from 40 or 60,000 to 100,000 currently, and that's strictly just for school districts, not for the city or the county or junior college. Just strictly because they seem to think, and it is, that most of your taxes are paid to a school district.
Yes.
So that was one point of relief, but at the same time, though, they're losing that value as well. So some way, somehow, it's going to have to be made up somewhere else.
Oh, okay, let's get into this, because I know a lot of people are like, hey, this is the 11th hour. What do I need to do if I want to file a protest?
You need to come by the office, or you can email us. You Z-file it, and we can go from there. When you do come to the office, or you email, or you e-file, you need to provide information. You know, whether, let's say you have damage with the structure of the property, get a contractor to give you an estimate of what it's going to cost you to fix your issues. You can bring that in, that can help you. Other thing is to have pictures. Other than that, you can ask for a physical inspection for us to go and look inside your property to pinpoint, you know, what areas
where those issues are.
Where those issues are. But at the same time, though, you know, there's a lot of real estate in your neighborhoods. In other words, what I'm saying is for sale. You might want to pick up the phone and call those listed properties and get an estimate as to what it's going for. That way you have an idea of what your value of property can be. Our values are pretty much consistent with what market value can be. And the reason for that is because we're under the guidelines of the Comptroller's Office to make sure that our values are within that market bubble, 95 to 105%. If you're less or over, that affects your school finance. Your schools, if we're not in that bubble, and we get audited every other year by the state, which is called a property value study. If we're not in that bubble, then that school district that's been appraised, or that area of that school district, will have 2 years to fix if it's not within that bubble.
Correct. So you might see a change now, but then later it could come back and adjust itself.
Exactly.
Ronnie, I wish we had more time. I know last year when we spoke on the phone for quite some time. This is a topic that I'm sure later on today and even into tomorrow we'll be following up on.
And before I leave, I want to make sure that people understand that we deal with value. We don't deal with taxes. Your taxes are dealt with your entities, such as your city, your schools, your junior college. And what I'm saying that is, we don't set a tax rate. They do. That tax rate affects value, equals your taxes. See, so that's why we want to make sure that when you do come in, make sure you check on your exemptions, because that does help you a lot.
Okay, Ronnie, thank you so very much. We're going to have more information on our website at KIITV.com after this. Oh, and by the way, can you do something about my tax appraisal right now since I brought you? If only that were simple. Okay, Ronnie, we appreciate your time. Thank you so very much. Absolutely, sir. Okay, make it a great day.
Yes, sir.